Sarajevo is Jerusalem of Europe. Within 100 meters their distance, we have Orthodox Church, we have Catholic Church, we have mosque, we have synagogue. We are very proud of it. That's part of Sarajevo identity. You see the clock tower? The clock tower is cherry on top of the cake of Sarajevo. Imagine 16th century, where Earth is considered flat, and someone needs to understand what time is the sunrise tomorrow. These people here, they didn't consider Earth flat. They knew it. They dig already observatoriums, they are looking at the stars, they follow mathematics, astronomy, and they're able. The main task of the person finishing this school is to climb on the clock tower. He will knock. No clock. There was no clock. There was only someone knocking there. Sunrise, noon, sunset. Sunset is a very important moment in a day. In sunset, sun is down, right? It's getting dark. What is happening in sunset? It's getting dark. What we see? The moon. That's a moon calendar. That's why the crescent is there. Did you know that moon can tell you the date?
Yes.
Yeah. Moon tells the date better than the sun. In our calendar, solar one, do we know the date? Can you look outside and guess the date? Do you know it's 4th of June? Can we know it? No, we don't know the date. In lunar calendar is different. You see moon, you know the date. You know how long the moon cycle lasts?
28 points.
28 days. Day one looks like that crescent over there. Crescent. It's a day one. After 7 days, it's going to be half. Full moon is 14. Another 21st is half, and the crescent is 28. By looking at the moon, you can guess the date. So sunset is the start of a new day in lunar calendar. Lunar calendar is followed by all Jews, all Muslims, all Chinese, all Indian. You know what? When the Austrians came to my city 140 years ago, they said that they want to donate 1 clock to Sarajevo because now Europe uses solar time. They bought this machine in London, the one that you see over there, and they want to give it to Sarajevo. And they brought this clock. Locals were very happy in the beginning, but after they considered, they realized that this clock cannot work with Sarajevo. Because if they put the clock like in Europe, they will lose lunar time. So they were telling to Austrians that they have to put this clock, it's fine, but this clock has to point 12 in the moment of sunset. Because sunset marks end of the day. This is the only lunar clock in the whole world. There is no other lunar clock in the world except the one in Sarajevo. Now we are now next to Sarajevo Rose. Sarajevo Roses are memorials from the siege of Sarajevo. 350 shells are fired on the streets of Sarajevo every single day. Army of Republika Srpska was stationed in the Black Forest over there, terrorizing this city 24/7. This place was very dangerous because it's close to brewery, Sarajevo Beer Company. Every day brewery was the only source of water. My mom, she would go there to pick up the water. People were killed around the brewery. The biggest massacres in the old town of Sarajevo happened around the brewery, intentionally targeting people coming there for the source of life. 50 roses are still preserved, and they are reminding us on the 1,425 days of siege. In the last years of the Ottoman Empire, in the Balkans, there was a lot of rising against the Ottomans. Many Balkan countries, they were liberating themselves from the Ottoman Empire. On this map you can see already Montenegro, Serbia, Romania, Greece, Bulgaria. They will liberate themselves from the Ottoman Empire, usually supported with the Russian throne. The Russian Ferdinand will pass through the street. Meeting point with the city officials will be in the city hall. After welcome ceremony, they will come back this way to Kaiser Joseph Street, main street in Sarajevo in that time. Everything fine, a lot of people waiting with the flowers to welcome Franz Ferdinand, but 7 members of Black Hand were ready to kill him. First shot happened down there on the lower bridge. When the car passed in front of the bridge, Enrico Čabrinović threw a grenade. Several people were wounded. Franz Ferdinand survived. He passed next to this bridge with the car. There were several people wounded. Car was running to the city hall. On this place stood Gavrilo Princip. He didn't do anything. He saw his friend throwing a grenade. He ignored it. He let the car pass in the city hall. Franz Ferdinand was very mad. How this could happen? You welcome me with the shot. Is this how you welcome everyone? They told him it's one-man show. It's never going to happen again. They will change course of the visit. Instead of going to this narrow street, they're going to change route. they're just leaving Sarajevo and leaving just straight without stop. It seems fine, but driver was either not told about change of the course or he didn't speak German. The Czech driver in 1900, I think, should speak German. But anyway, this driver took first course. This picture I'm going to show you now is the last picture of Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sofia. In this picture, you can see that the car is standing in the middle of the street, right under M letter where the museum in English is written, and wheels of this car are turned to the right, which means the driver turned to the right. When he got in that narrow street, they told him to stop, which was even worse, because driver now stopped literally under the flags where Gavrilo Princip was standing. Gavrilo Princip was under the flags, in the middle window was the doors, we'll go there. Well, when they stopped in front of him, he's pulling his pistols and killing Franz Ferdinand and his pregnant wife, Sophie. Austria blamed Serbia for everything, especially knowing that Belgium-type pistols were sold to government of Serbia. Invasion of Belgrade started 1 month after shot in Sarajevo. When invasion of Belgrade started on 28th of July 1914, it was clear that this is not war between Habsburg monarchy and Serbia. Serbia was backed up by Russia. Germany backed up Austria, Austro-Hungarian Empire. The First World War broke. There was no big war in Sarajevo during World War I, but this shot changed world history. 4 years after shot in Sarajevo, 4 empires collapsed. Russian, Austro-Hungarian, Ottoman, German. Communism was born in Europe after 18 million of lives, and the Slavic kingdom was established, called Kingdom of Slovenes, Croats, and Serbs. Okay guys, this is the place where Gavrilo Princip is killing Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sofia. I told you most of the things about this event. This flag